Are fans of bass and fishing tournaments losing patience? If you're new to the channel, my name is Steve Chapman. Thanks for checking me out. If you like the content, do me a favor. Click like and subscribe, and welcome to the team and family. Are we, the fans, losing patience with B.A.S.S? First and foremost, we need to make sure we state the obvious. B.A.S.S is a business, and they are the biggest platform there is. There aren't people leaving B.A.S.S to go fish other organizations strictly. They do fish other organizations to make extra money, but more anglers are more willing to compete at the EQs in the open phase or use their exemptions to rejoin the elites than going elsewhere. Who's making the decisions that have happened recently? In the past, Major League Fishing was always the person or always the organization that was making changes. And people and fans didn't like it. These days, we've seen B.A.S.S and a committee and other people make a change and then almost reverse it within a few hours because of the backlash that happens from the fans and even sometimes the anglers. 2024 for the Elite Series was probably the most drama-filled season of all seasons of any organization, any fishing tournament. Some of that has to do with social media and more stuff leaking out. But why is it so bad? Why is there more drama on the Elite Series than any other series there is? 2025 started where 2024 left off, and that isn't a good thing. There's been new rules put into the rule book. One is named the Zaldane rule, which doesn't make any sense. Like Chris or Trait, or anybody that speaks up for their spouse or their husband, it should be allowed. One of the things I feel that's really important is that anglers should be able to speak their mind without feeling the repercussions of being fined or getting disparaged emails or even being threatened of a suspension or even a hefty fine. Why has 2025 started off with as much drama as 2024 ended? We had Matt Herron and Scott Martin. And then just recently found there's been 3 or 4 violations of anglers running a no-wake zone with 3 or 4 different infractions. And consistency has no part. If one angler blows the no-motor zone here and the other angler does it at the same place over here, both of those should have the same rule infraction, the same penalty, the same fine. But why doesn't it? Are fans over the drama within B.A.S.S and Bassmaster and the Elites? Why is there little to zero transparency when an angler breaks a rule and has a violation? Why isn't that information shared with the anglers? And does it really hurt the angler's reputation if it's just one time? And lastly, does an angler's sponsorship affect if that angler gets the violation or if they don't? Transparency and inconsistency irritates the fans and the anglers. I believe that if an angler has an issue outside of tournaments, it should be rectified and fixed before they're fishing, because you don't know if they're innocent or guilty and they're fishing the tournament series. That's a little bit more transparency. I think there needs to be more honesty and upfront stuff that goes on so that we don't have conspiracy theories going on within the tournament series or the organization. And B.A.S.S has really hurt the grassroots anglers, the anglers that made B.A.S.S where they are today. These grassroots anglers have vanished mainly because they're sick and tired of the drama, mainly because of social media or stuff that happens within the organization. And our youth now relies heavily on technology. And that youth believes what they hear is truth on social media. And I believe B.A.S.S needs to broaden the scope and accept and appreciate change. It's a must right now. And when we hear comments from the people we really respect and that we honor and that we look as icons, and they say, you know what, this isn't right, or this isn't right, or maybe they're saying, I left because of this situation, it only stirs the pot to the fans wondering, are we done? Is this it? Have we run out of patience for everything that's going on within the organization and bass fishing tournaments? Is it upper management that is making these changes wrongly and then correcting it after they hear an angler's thoughts or the fans' thoughts? And shouldn't there be a committee that makes the changes during the season if it's needed? Don't wait till the end to make the change. If it's wrong and broken, fix it as fast as possible. And it seems like we go years and years and years, and it keeps piling up and piling up. And then when an angler breaks, they break and they leave, or they talk, or they get so upset with the situation that they just don't want to fish anymore. And are we stuck as a fishing community in a rut where we're not open to accepting and willing to change? Because top level fishing was based on trust. And once an angler has broken that trust and broken that or hurt their reputation, from then on, the fans aren't going to believe the angler. And if we don't believe the angler, we're not buying the products they're sponsoring, which then sets in another course and hurts sponsorships for the anglers that need it so that they can compete at the highest level. Have you run out of patience with B.A.S.S? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. Thanks to all the new members and subscribers and all the people who are interactive on the channel. I'm humbled and appreciative, and it's just amazing what you guys have done. So thank you. From my family to your family, thank you. But if you're not a subscriber, you should be. So click that button and welcome to the team. Friday night, 8 o'clock, we go live. Do a live show, have some fun, talk fishing, do whatever we want. So if you're free, come over to the channel 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and have some fun. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.